And we've been eyeing closely Terrebonne Parish and Lafourche Parish as they're experiencing the first bands of that heavy rain, and also will be the first ones to deal with those hurricane force winds. And so keeping a close eye on them, especially in Terrebonne and Lafourche, which is where we find Leigha McNeil has been live for us all morning long. There is a curfew in place as, people there have been warned about the conditions they'll face. So we're bringing in Leigha, but also she's there with the sheriff to talk a little bit more about that when residents need to know.
Yeah, Brianna, that's absolutely right. We've made our way back here inside the Emergency Operations Center here in Lafourche Parish. Of course, we want to continue to push out that information about that curfew that starts at noon. Joining us now to talk a little bit more about that is Captain Matherne. He is with the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office. First and foremost, noon curfew. What else do people need to know?
That's the main thing right now. We want people to finalize all their storm preparations this morning. By putting the curfew at noon, we recognize that we gave people a window of opportunity this morning to finalize everything that they need to do and get where they are going to be to ride out the storm. We also recognize that that gave businesses an opportunity, if they wanted to be open, to have those last-minute sales. If anybody needs anything last minute, they can get out there and do that. Obviously, our deputies have been on the road in full force. We've doubled or tripled our coverage at times on our patrol since about 5 o'clock yesterday. We're going to continue to do that through the duration of the storm. Starting at noon, we will ultimately be potentially stopping people. That is the cutoff time. Now, we understand that some businesses are going to close at noon, although we're hearing kind of anecdotally that some are going to be closing even earlier than that to allow their employees to get home, which is great. But for those that are closing at noon, we will have a grace period and allow those employees to get to their safe location. But ultimately, the bottom line is that we want everyone to be where they're going to be to ride out the storm at noon today.
And I think, of course, the biggest thing, whenever, you are a veteran here in the department, 20 years, you've seen many, many storms in your day. We don't want people going out to see the damage afterwards. Can you kind of speak to how important that is for people that shelter in place, maybe even after the storm passes, because we know there is a potential for downed power lines and still quite a bit of water on the roads in some areas?
Correct. Well, that's the first reason for the curfew, is obviously for the deteriorating conditions. The secondary reason is even after conditions improve, we expect there to be some power outages, potentially widespread throughout Lafourche Parish. So we don't want anybody going out, and quite frankly, you may not be able to get very far. With the rain that we've been having over the last few days, we expect the ground to be very saturated, and as those winds are constantly pushing on those telephone poles, those utility poles, as well as those trees out there, we expect that they're going to become susceptible to leaning over and possibly falling on the roadways. Not only the local streets, but the state highways as well, which is our main points of travel here up and down Bayou Lafourche. So it's very possible that we have a situation much like we had after Ida, with several poles and trees down completely blocking the path. So it may not be even possible for you to travel much farther coming out of your street, especially along Bayou Lafourche. So this opportunity with the curfew until sunrise tomorrow, this gives our first responders an opportunity to get out after conditions improve and make sure and get those roadways clear. And the goal would be to have them cleared as much as possible by sunrise tomorrow.
And speaking of Bayou Lafourche, we were riding along it. We saw that, the bayou is getting kind of high. We've definitely have seen it rise a little bit higher. There are some of those pontoon bridges that are closed as of right now. Can you walk me through those?
Yeah, that's pretty typical when we have a storm like this, the bayou rising, and it becomes impossible to really operate a pontoon bridge safely once the bayou gets to a certain level. So the Côte Blanche Bridge in Cutoff, as well as the Galliana Pontoon Bridge, again, both of those in the south area of the parish, have been closed by parish government just to ensure safety. We do still have lift bridges in both of those areas in Cutoff and Galliano that are operating, that you'll be able to use to cross Bayou Lafourche from LA 308 to LA 1. So there's still opportunities to cross, and those will not be opening. Bridges like the McDonald's Bridge in Cutoff, the T-Bois Bridge in La Rose, and the North Raceland Bridge, all of those are completely closed off to marine traffic. They will be only open to vehicular traffic, so expect those bridges to stay open through the duration.
And I know we were talking a little bit earlier. I know we had this question come up when we had the governor's press conference talking about that Get a Plan app. You all have an app as well that is really, really important, a really good resource for people who are living out here in Lafourche because they can get their hands on that information about that curfew, about any road closures immediately at their fingertips too.
Absolutely. Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office app is available for free for everyone. That is our main way that we've been keeping everyone informed. Obviously, we're continuing to push stuff out on social media as well. But the benefit of the app is that we're able to push information and give alerts to people on their phone, which at this point, 90% of people have a smartphone and are operating a smartphone. So if you download that Sheriff's Office app, we are pushing the information. As soon as we announce a mandatory evacuation, you're going to get it on your phone at the same time as the media and everyone else. It is the best way in Lafourche Parish to keep yourself informed, and it's available for both Android and Apple users.
And I know we were talking about, kind of making sure that everyone is prepared all year round, being prepared for things like this. We were talking earlier, and you guys have actually gone out into the communities and worked directly with seniors to make sure they know how the app works, setting it up on their own so they are prepared for situations like this.
Yeah, we use the app year round, even because LA 1 and 308 are such, Highway 90 as well, because we have such big issues with traffic as well. Having LA 1 shut down for even an hour would create a huge problem. So the app is used year round to push notifications to people to alert things like major highway closures. So we've gone to senior citizen centers, we've gone to events, and we've literally sat down and downloaded the app on people's phones for them year round to make sure that when this emergency happens, they will have the app on their phone and they'll be ready to get all the good information that we're going to be pushing out.
All right, absolutely. Captain Matherne, anything else you want people to know as we get closer and closer to that curfew time at noon?
I think the main message right now is finalize everything that you're doing, get to a safe location that you're going to be able to ride out the storm, and expect to stay there until sunrise tomorrow.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. I'll let you get back to it. We're going to send it back to you all in the studio. As always, we'll have more information and live updates as to what's happening out here in Lafourche, on air and online at WWLTV.com. Reporting live in Lafourche Parish, Leigha McNeil, WWL, Louisiana.